trying to think about how to put pictures up.
What happened last session? It was a cheeky
So last session on the Hateful Sun. Oh, my brain just stopped. I was so ready. All right. Oh my God, somebody start me off. I can't remember how it began. We were walking away from Blue Rock Lake.
No, we are.
We were all there in Yu's perspective, -1. Because you did not notice the presence of Inqua, who came to us from the sky for quite some time, despite having, I think, the highest perception of any of us.
By a distance.
By a distance?
Oh, his perception is through the freaking roof.
Yeah,
Yes.
by a long mile.
I think it is. Oh, by
He has a
by
higher
a
passive
distance.
perception than most of us have active.
Yeah. Especially me. But yeah, so we were all headed up through the river valley, which is quite the valley, to Jarrus, and it was getting colder, kind of less fun. We made camp a few times. We were sitting around. Inqua bequeathed magical gifts upon all of us. He gave. Did Inqua give 3 different gifts? Let me see. We learned Inqua gave Sunny the ring of extra fireball. Gave Solas a mind sharpener, which I assume is a pencil sharpener. Not sure. And then Inqua gave Ollie teleportation boots, which is very, very cool. And then Esorn's ring, Inqua found out that it absorbs spells at will. And then we gave that ring to Arazid as as a sort of engagement thing from Ollie. We learned a lot about Yu's backstory. In a lot, it was still in like the Yu laconic fashion of not really telling all that much, but being surprisingly forthcoming. So we learned that Yu is not a really great bro. Committed some fratricide, killed his brother for reasons I think it wasn't even like really explained. Like
It was not.
Yeah.
Typical you.
We found out that you was raised by a cult leader. His dad is a cult leader from the cult of the second son, who talks about the second son, when it died, it falling to the earth, and that like you can find like the body somewhere. So that seems like something that we should do. Right, which is pretty cool. You're like, oh yeah, something going on. And for some reason, his dad, the cult leader, whose name is Masaru Kanda, his dad, Masaru Kanda, he was a part of the Children of the Earth, but then he had an issue or like some sort of falling out with Solas's mom. You know, Yu's dad versus Solas's mom. Who the fuck is gonna win? Obviously, Solas's mom. And So anyways, and then there was something about the force of 1,000 slaves, which, what? Like, it
1,000 dead slaves.
1,000 dead slaves, right? It makes me think of like getting all of your slaves, putting them in 100 rows of 100, and then killing everybody in one fell swoop and going, see that, bitch? Which I think she would see that and she would go, yeah, you really fucking suck. Fucking guy. You know? Anyways, we found out that Yu's name giver is Aegis. Did Yu's dad not even give him a name? Like, was he that much of a dick?
You never got a name. His brother had a name, though.
Well, that is very shitty. Oh, man. Yeah. No, you know what? I can see the things that would lead you to killing your brother, that being one of them. But yeah, so nobody gave you a name until this lovely, I think possibly Scottish, turtle named Aegis came along and was like, "Oh, you look like you're dying there, sonny. Here, I'm gonna give you some water and I'm gonna call you something, you sweet little boy. Oh, I know, I'll call you you. That's simple. I am name giver Aegis, the father of irrigation." Um, yeah. So that's great. And Aegis gave you like a nice pep talk and like, I don't know, I think you might be warming up to us. This probably will lead to our deaths in our sleeps. Why do we let him take watch? Remember when we didn't let you take watch? What happened to that?
Remember that insanely high
Yeah. It's
perception.
true. You used his insanely high passive perception to realize that we were being watched by an army of ant-like people who are for mid-a-hole formians. And so that's cool. They were really like not messing with us at night, even to the point where they allowed us to have a pretty cool dance-off. I think it was between Sunny, Ollie, Arazid, and maybe Inqua? Was Inqua in the dance-off?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Well, Inqua got destroyed. Because no one even remembers he was in there. But Arazid took that shit home. Even though Ollie had just attuned to freaking teleportation boots and was obviously making the most use of that as humanly possible, that little gnome just knows how to boogie. And he was flashing that ring, doing his thing. And yeah, he definitely won the dance competition. So,
Oh, hell yeah.
yeah. So that was great. And then we were, a little bit of Arazid and White Fang bonding. White Fang's all like, your pack just leaves you or sends you away. And it's like, buddy, it's going a little bit, I don't know. Yeah, we all know, right? He was blind and deaf. Like, go where you are of use, sir. Come back to your pack later. But anyways, so Arazid really got through to White Fang. I think Arazid's so great at just like connecting with crazy people. McCann, White Fang, maybe Henry. I can't really remember. You. but yeah. So then we go into a cave, just trying to find a place to sleep for the night. There were a lot of really nice nooks and crannies we could have camped in, but no, we just had to keep going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And then we found like this blue lizard of glowing purple flame electricity. And luckily we did not fuck with that because holy shit. Apparently that's the guard dog for the formidable ant army, the Formians. And the Formians who speak, oh my gosh, speak... What is the word? It starts with a P.
Primordial.
Primordial. I was like, it's not primeval. Okay, primordial. So they speak primordial. They were able to talk to you. Ollie, for some reason, was okay at understanding primordial. Her character sucks. I mean, her player. But anyways, but so they were talking to you, and they're all like, "Oh, we've got the sneaky magic room or whatever, or super secret freaky magic room or whatever." And the Formians bring us to their queen, who, as expected, is preggers as fuck and also really keen to feed her crew, which I think we should all have been a lot more scared of because we've got a delicious turtle that could be made into a lovely soup.
And invertebrates have historically shown some interest in your various forms, Ollie.
That they fucking have. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. Do you think maybe it would be good to be Hawatwas Wibby because maybe she would respect our joint pregnancies. But anyways, luckily that has not come up yet. And instead, we are in the super sneaky, freaky deaky magic room. And there are some puzzles ahead of us. And thank God that some of us fucking know how to do a puzzle. I was like, thank you. Yeah. I'm like, I can't even remember the first line, but so far, Sunny and you have made it to the second part of the puzzle room. They just walked through a painting, which were not even on my freaking radar. So mad. And now they are in the puzzle room, and the worst possible thing imaginable has happened. And we now have you two, the clone of blood and guts of you, Kanda. So, yeah, that's where we left off.
I would like everybody south of White Fang to make an initiative roll, please.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
Oh my
Sunny's
god.
first order of business. Turn around, leave, say, fuck this, I'm out. This is over
between
Sunny's
you.
limit.
This is between you and you.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You is
That's a
excited to fight himself.
Finally, he doesn't have to do it mentally anymore.
That mean finally a worthy opponent.
Your battle will
Turns
be
out-
legendary.
Turns out you's just a massive narcissist.
Wait, you're only finding that out now?
Fair point.
The creature coalesces into the form of you. It looks at you with your face, but the face is red and warped,
And-
strange. What do you
Like
do?
normal then.
You just smirks as he pulls out his sword and attempts to just slash this thing from like waist to shoulder as he pulls out his sword.
Go ahead.
This one, 14.
14 hits.
So as he swings, the blade ignites into flame. Is also get fire damage on that. So that's 13 damage total.
Very nice.
You then follows up by trying to punch himself in the face. Which I'm guessing 11 doesn't hit.
It does not, but many people are envious of you right now. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm not gonna move.
Sunny.
Well, I wasn't entirely joking. Sonny hops over to here, pops his head through. Use fighting.
You are not
him.
able to put your head through.
Well,
The painting is now solid behind you.
Sonny headbutts the wall.
That he
Sonny
can do.
realizes he can't tell other people that you is talking to himself and fighting himself, and so headbutts the wall again. This time for a different reason.
Do you guys want me to turn the grid back on? For the fights? It might be ugly.
Go for it. Just so long as it lines up with the squares.
I liked
I
the
don't
loosey-goosey
remember.
grid.
It does not. I think that's why I turned
we
it
can
off in the
pretend
first
it's
I
place.
was gonna say, I think, yeah, the squares are like pretty evenly done. Like if you're just doing
Yeah,
it, like each square is like 5 feet.
that's
So we just
what I
gotta
was
base
aiming
off
for.
that and remember to set it in the center.
Cool. Okay.
Sonny clearly has no option.
Self-harm is a free action.
You know where you bash your head against the wall, it's just like, God freaking damn it.
For those on the outside, you see a shaking coming from within. You can see Sunny in the painting near you, and you can see him like kind of putting his head against the wall and bashing it.
Yes, that is exactly it. Okay, Sonny has clearly no choice. I mean, Sonny could just fireball you. That's a legal action, right?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ooh, hold on.
I mean-
I have this.
Pretty good dexterity.
I assume I can tell the difference between the asshole you and the evil you.
Yes.
Okay.
but we can't from that
Eeny, meeny,
description.
miny, mo, catch a dipper by the toe. If it wriggles, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny. I shoot the red one.
Yeah, it fails. It is paralyzed.
Wait, this
And
thing
then-
has a -2 to its. Wait, is this like opposite day for you?
I assume that was the end of your turn.
Yeah, that's the action.
And at the end of its turn, it will do the only thing it can do. Yes.
Is that instant hits or is that advantage?
I think I know it's an instant crit.
I've got it. I'll just pull it up. It's
Okay,
paralyzed, right? Paralyzed, yeah.
Yeah.
It automatically fails strength and dex saves. Attack rolls against it have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the paralyzed creature.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
That's pretty spicy.
So you kind of like flicks his sword. It's kind of like gets a better grip on it before like bringing it down towards like the neck to try and like cleave into the chest. That's almost a crit outright.
Yeah.
So just roll
Yeah.
twice for crit. And the sword ignites into flame as he swings in.
30 damage.
He then follows that up with like a gut punch, then a face punch.
Okay.
As
I'm so jealous of you right now.
Fury of blows.
What the fuck?
So then we have another 11. That's 18. 24 damage bludgeoning from 2 punches.
God damn, son. So that is 24. Yeah. This thing is just like frozen and is now like staring at you. It's beginning
is
to
my turn.
weep tears of, well, blood. Sunny.
Sonny is going to do a thing he's never done before in his entire life. Well, no, entire life. He's going to hit someone with an actual weapon.
I thought you were about to say he's gonna hit someone, just period.
He's hit people before.
I know, that's why I was confused.
He once punched a person with claws. He touched their heart. Literally.
Yeesh. Right, roll that dice.
I finally used the nutcracker.
Yes, that's a hit. And that is automatically a crit. And a spicy 16 damage. Is that your turn?
Yep.
You.
Again higher.
He levels his blade kind of against the chest of this copy as he just attempts to drive it through what he assumes is where the heart will be.
Mhm. Describe how you kill yourself.
Christ.
He's gonna like puts it against like where he assumes the heart would be, and he just plunges the blade deep as he just kind of like leans in
This thing
slightly
lets,
before then like pushing it off his blade as he tries to like throw the copy to the ground.
this thing lets out one very small sigh as it collapses into a pool of blood.
He flicks his sword before pulling out a rag and cleaning off any blood.
Suddenly got to hit you in the face with the mace. It was very cathartic.
As the creature collapses, the wall begins to grow more and more transparent.
You sheathes his sword before walking through.
Suddenly goes in the other direction. Can he stick a hand through?
Yes,
He's not going to try with the head again.
yes, he can stick his
Okay,
head
this
through.
time he tries with the head. You
Okay.
stuck his blood on a wall, and then there were two yous, and then you started hitting you, which started hitting you, and I got to hit you in the face. It was cathartic.
We hitting you in the face in there?
Yes, it's
Did I
the
miss
other you.
Dash.
Get in.
This
Oh,
this line
Oh, sorry.
here is the frame of
another wall.
another portrait. Another painting, sorry, I should say, that shows a room beyond. And if you were to touch it as you were the first one, you can feel that it is again very malleable, and
Yeah.
you are
He's gonna
able
push
to.
his way through.
Does this one have writing?
I really hate how sometimes on Roll20 when I select reveal area, it just goes, nah, you wanted to hide that area, really.
Yeah.
Oh, that painting.
Nah.
Does this painting have any writing on the other side of it?
It does not. However, right here is a button.
Oh yeah, big button in the middle of a room. That's
These
Is it red?
do these look like normal doors, or are these?
What color is the button?
It's red.
Do these look like normal doors, or that we would see like anytime, or?
They are quite fancy, and the design is not something that you feel like you've seen before. But they do look to be like regularly remarkable doors, save for the fact that they have no handles on them.
There's no handles. You're just gonna walk over and just hit the button.
A small spark of light appears just above the
Oh.
button, and it reads out a number. 30, 29,
Fuck.
28,
Wait, what is
27.
this? What is this?
I don't know. I'm going this way.
You just fold his arms as he kind of like leans against the wall and waits.
Solas
It's-
just tries to backstep into the painting.
And he
Wait a
finds that
second.
his exit is blocked.
Oh, fucking brilliant.
Okay.
23.
Okay, Ollie is gonna feel the floor. Is there some sort of like ridge, or like does it look like there's, I don't know, hinges or anything
Investigation,
like that?
please.
Investigation.
I will like to help.
Okay, yeah, please
Investigation
do.
with advantage.
And with advantage. Oh my god.
Double
I'm
ones?
so Okay.
Oh yeah, I
okay.
forgot somebody had a light source on him. It wasn't obvious in that lot.
Oh god, somebody else should be doing this.
You had that advantage.
He's gonna scan the room while he's just kind of leaning against the wall, see if there's anything of note.
Just a casual glance over, or a more
More
in-depth
of a
look?
casual glance over. Like, is there anything obvious sticking out?
Then that would be just a perception check. 21. 20.
Whoops, I did not mean to do that at advantage.
You see up near the top there are a couple of statues. Statues, busts, that would be the word. There are busts of people.
Does he recognize any of them?
History check.
As good as that one. It's int.
They are people you feel like you may have seen one of them before. They look to be quite similar to one of the scientists spirits that you encountered in your very first dungeon with this party.
Yu's going to point up to the busts. That one looks familiar. I get the feeling this is similar as the last place that we went through.
16. 15.
Does the door have a keyhole?
Does the door open?
You can press on the door. It does not open on its own. It doesn't appear to have a keyhole.
Magic tech person! This is magic tech! Do you know anything about the magic tech?
Do I know anything about the magic tech?
Think, man, think.
I'd need a history check from Amnesia. I mean, Inqua. You looking around, like the statues that you, Kanda, pointed out. These are people that are definitely familiar to you. You've seen them on the pages of newspapers as a child.
The fuck is a newspaper?
Inqua can't remember what a newspaper is, but he feels like he's seen them on newspapers. And when he turns to have a look at the door and the trap, he's just like, yes, I've heard about these things. This is what we call a trap.
No shit.
Right, what is off option
11.
on trap? Untrap.
10.
Do you have a dispel trap boot? I have boots. I have boots. Can I use my teleportation boots to teleport into the into the other hallway?
Can you? Normally with
Ah,
teleportation
point.
stuff, you need to see or know where you're going.
I think it only lasts for
The
a
creature
round.
can see.
So
They have
Yeah, it does only last for a round, and it's
So
like
would it-
15 feet. I don't
would
think it
be-
was.
so you would have had 6 seconds to do that.
Well, darn. I wasted it trying to save our lives.
7. 6.
Okay, that stopping the trap thing would be really, really cool right now, Inqua.
Who's to say it's even a trap?
Does anybody have
just-
like a freeze time spell?
Screw it. Hits the button. Hit the button. Sonny hits the button.
2.
5.
Uh,
4.
oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay,
Are you doing Glenn or no?
I'm grabbing onto my balls.
The
Shield of
button-
Faith.
Button more.
You can mash the button as much as you like. The countdown doesn't move.
Uh-oh.
2.
I'm doing it the wrong way. Grabs button with claws and pulls.
1. 0.
Goodbye, everybody.
The doors swing open.
Oh, what the
You kind of like
Why would you
pushes
count
off
down?
the wall and moves over and just starts walking in.
The countdown is replaced by a robotic voice going, ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha, ha.
Oh.
Unit is now at atmospheric pressure.
Huh.
Huh.
Solas
Why do
just
I get
looks.
the feeling you've watched SAO abridged?
So,
SAO?
SAO
Solas-
abridged?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Really? You haven't seen that? It's
I
a
have
distinct-
seen shockingly few anime.
Anyway,
But I
If this is an abridged version, it's worth seeing.
I've seen one abridged anime, Dragon
Dragon
Ball
Ball?
Z Kai. Yeah.
Cool. Saw that one coming. Okay, same kind of humor, but it's people trapped in a computer game. The original
Oh,
story
that.
was kind of shit, but the abridged version, oh, it's so beautiful.
Right, I have heard of it, I think.
Wait, does this mean you haven't seen Land of the Lustrous yet?
No, I did try and find the torrent of it, and was unable to.
I can point you to a site that has it.
Sure, I was interested in seeing it when we talked about it last.
Remind me after the session.
You leads the way, walking down a tunnel. The two prongs the two were doors that opened. They merge into a single corridor. And then you walk for a good 5-10 minutes, it feels like. And then eventually the corridor opens up more, and you find yourself in this long hallway.
What are these things?
These are pillars. These are
Right.
stairs. It appears that, like, this area here, the wall on the north side, has faint traces of magic about it. And through the flickers of the magic that remain, you can see glimmers of the rooms that you were just in.
Huh. What's that thing?
A bench.
Oh, thank God. We really need one of those.
What kind, Sunny, can you tell what kind of magic this is on the walls?
Sonny can try. Arcana check.
An Arcana check is a poor man's detect magic, but go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted some magic hoy.
Oh, right, then. Oh, yeah. Then, yeah. Sonny will spend 10 minutes magic, ahoy.
Okay.
Looks like a thing right there.
And while he does that, you stride up to a door at random and opens it, presumably.
Sure, yeah, let's go with that one.
And inside you see a great dead tree. Surrounding it is some very dusty detritus of like old dead leaves and bugs. And nestled in the tree, seemingly growing out of the bark, is a crystal.
He is gonna pull his sword out as he approaches it. He's going to like poke it with his sword.
The crystal gives off a light.
I might.
Finding nothing of interest, you moves on to the south.
Or wait, I do have detect magic.
Can you ritual
Yeah.
cast?
Can artificer spiritual cast? Let's check.
Oh,
I
see,
was
I
expecting
don't know
you to
enough
know that.
about them to know that.
Check quickly, hold on.
Artificers can cast spells
Yes.
as a ritual if they're prepared to, yeah. I will ritual cast detect magic.
Okay. Would that mean that you're joining in? You know, actually, Sunny, you hear the same words that you have spoken time and time again when casting this spell, coming from the room that some of your compatriots just went into.
Is this another dance off?
So, and these magic words are... I'm not going to tell him. Seriously, I've got a freaking cold in the back of the throat. I can't do the words justice right now.
Okay.
I'm living on strepsils.
Ooh.
Ugh. I don't know what those are, but they sound gross.
There are throat lozenges.
You know, lozenge.
Exactly.
Goddamn. The cough sweets you take when you got a bad throat.
Strap throat has taken up lodging in your throat.
No, strepsils are a brand of lozenges. Lozenges?
That is such a gross name. Yeah.
That thing.
All right. So Inqua, what you're saying
Cough sweets.
is magic, 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 hoy, magic, 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 hoy.
I like to imagine Inqua does it by just repeatedly saying it stupidly fast under his breath.
Magic, hoy.
Yeah.
Either way, like, Sunny's friend radar is really, like, going off right now.
So, like normal then.
Yeah,
Anything
Ollie,
stopping you?
not currently, but I'll get to that room in a second. Ollie, do you wish to stay with Sunny magic hoying, or go with the rest of the group who have disappeared this way?
If I can hear both Sunny and Inqua, then Ollie is gonna silently judge for a dance competition, and I'm hoping that the crystal in the tree will catch her eye.
You're hoping?
Should I roll a perception?
It's a fairly obvious crystal. It's giving off a light in a room that there is no other source of lights.
All
Your
right.
passive is enough, essentially.
Ollie's thieving magpie eyes catch on to something in the branches above Inqua, and she goes, oh, "Crystal, ruined crystal! There was, oh my gosh, the Zaid, the thing, the mission. This is what we actually started doing. Oh, yeah. Okay." And Ollie is going to climb the tree and try to retrieve the crystal.
It's less than 5 feet up off the ground
Oh,
that this is growing in.
Ollie's one of those insane climbers. Oh, it's less than 5 feet up. So Ollie doesn't even have
Ollie
to
gets
climb.
to the top of the tree and then goes, "Oh, wait, hold on a sec."
Yeah, I could have. You know, sometimes you gotta climb up on the countertop. But yeah, so Ollie tries to retrieve the crystal.
When did we get a job for a crystal?
Session 2.
Yeah.
Oh!
You are able to retrieve a fair node of this crystal, and it glows in your hands.
This is the whole thing.
Oh, the crystal things.
Yes, the crystal things that grow in the ruins. Oh wait, you're busy. The crystal thing, the crystals
This
that
is
grow in
Sonny's
the ruins.
player trying to remember 30 sessions ago. We
I
weren't even
know.
recording back then.
No.
Yeah. But so yeah, this is the mission that Zaid sent us on for the children of the earth to like go to the ancient ruins and find these crystals for some purpose that I'm sure is coming into play. And so Ollie will take the crystal and put it into her bag of holding with her other magical ball items.
Okay.
And hope to God she didn't just build a bomb in there. Hope to God.
To the south, you, Solas, Arazid, and Whitefang enter a room that appears to be a chapel of some sorts. There are 6 statues sitting in 6 alcoves. You walks up to what appears to be an altar and finds a piece of paper on it.
Is it in a language he can read?
It is. It is in common.
He is going to read it.
It is now in your journal.
So in the meantime, Solas will be occasionally glancing back to you to ensure he's not doing anything fucking stupid. Solas is just kind of giving a light look over all the statues.
Okay. I can give you a brief description of each of them, or a really in-depth one.
Up to you. I don't mind.
So, essentially, each of the 6 statues seems to be a representation of some form. The top left depicts a woman. In her left hand, cradled against her chest, is a head with 4 faces. Her right hand is outstretched. Her face has a peaceful smile. The top right, the statue is a man with the head of a bull. He stands straight and tall with his left hand poised as if he were resting a sword in it, and holds a pair of broken shackles in the other. Mid-left, the statue depicts a beautiful man with 2 great feathered wings. He is kneeling down, and he appears to be depicted frozen in a state of perpetual hand-washing, with a bowl that is lying in front of him. You notice that the bowl is dyed red. This statue depicts a man with scrolls grasped in his left hand. His right is outstretched and appears to be once holding something. This figure is an individual clad entirely in plate armor. In one hand they hold a giant shield, and the other is empty, but curled as if it once held a weapon. And finally, this one depicts a person holding a large drinking horn in one hand and a piece of fabric in the other.
Right. What you found over here?
a note regarding these statues. Does the name uh, Lacrimat or Melchized have any meaning to you?
Not a single one now.
Do you show the note to Solas?
Mm, yeah, you'll just kind of like hand over the note. He's read it. He knows. So it appears that this is some kind of puzzle, or at least the last people that were here assumed so. He was going to kind of move to the middle of the room and start looking at these statues. Does he recognize any of them from any connotations or anything like that?
There is something familiar about them, yes. It not something that you're able to place. You can roll a history check if you desire. Yeah, this is a real bit of a head scratcher for you.
Um, so he's going to look around to each of them and try and figure out which one has been worshipped more. I guess, like, is there any that have, like, clearly things around them, anything like that, like any indication of being worshipped? Because the note does mention one of them is worshipped. Or one might be worshipped.
Mm. Investigation check, please. And while you guys are mulling over that, magic, magic, magic. Hoy is done.
Yay!
So
So,
the wall here reeks of enchantment magic. It is patchy. It seems to be kind of like running out of oomph, as it were. But
Where?
you the northernmost wall of the ruins,
Okay.
like the whole wall is kind of like, to not put too fine a point on it, is essentially like a wall-sized TV, but made out of magic. That people seem to have been using to watch people go through the puzzle gauntlet that you just went through.
alright.
So I can't break it. I don't know, it sounds like I was meant to break it, but no.
But what about trees and crystals?
The crystal itself gives off a faint, I think it would be an evocation vibe to it.
So, the magic of making stuff happen.
Yeah. And then to the south, there is some enchantment magic as well.
Is there any crystal left on the tree?
Yes.
Is it possible to snap a bit off?
Yeah.
What happens if he throws it at a wall?
Then the crystal would shatter into smaller glowing pieces of crystal.
Well, that experiment failed. Okay, second experiment. Grab second piece of crystal.
Mm-hmm.
I need to find a thing that needs a thing. Okay. Attempts to cast Mending, which requires... Well, it would require the spell focus, is the point, on the other crystal using the crystal.
What?
Can the crystal be used to cast... Can he use the crystal to cast a spell?
Yes.
Right. That's what he was trying to figure out. The thing works as an arcane focus. Or focus, in this case.
Yeah. And the rest of the party. Ollie has collected some crystal as well. Is she vibing there, heading south?
Oh man, yeah. Ollie's pretty happy with herself. Yeah, and I think she'll join the rest of the crew down here and go. Oh, does this look like what Ollie remembers Lady Cielba looking like in Yaramukai?
Roll an investigation check or a history
Damn it.
check.
I think both are equally bad.
uh,
If only the commander had doodled. Oh yeah, equally bad. So just eeny, meeny, miny, please. Oh.
Okay. I will resolve use examination first. With that fucking nat 20.
Yeah.
So
Unnatural.
so you looking at the floor, you don't see any notable wear or tear in front of any one statue more than the others, but you do notice that in like down the center, as in like a line from the door on like both of these like squares going down towards the altar, every like couple of feet the stones have been kind of worn away a little bit, as in something corrosive has dropped and eaten away at them.
He's gonna kind of like move over towards like where Sunny is or whatever, kneel down to one of the tiles that is like corroded or whatever, and just gonna like look up. Is this magic?
Looks to the DM.
It does not appear to be magic, no.
Nope.
He was gonna kind of get up and lean against the wall, as he calls it. It would appear that some form of corrosive substance has been dropped all over the floor, but it does not appear to be magical. We should be careful of traps to spray that will spray acid all over us.
Speaking of, Ollie, you stare at the statue and you're like, is this Cielba? And you honestly think it vibes more with you than with Cielba, you as in yourself.
Oh, vibes more with me, huh? I'm not sure what to make of that.
You just get this like this real vibe about it that the you know, just like, oh man, this artist has really captured my likeness.
Like it looks like Ollie?
It has the essence, that kind of like the way in which the statue is poised seems to have like the same energy as you consider yourself to have.
It's interesting.
Oh, no.
Oh, are you making connections here, Sunny? So Ollie will kind of pose herself into the same pose as the statue.
You will push off the wall so you can get a better look.
So you kind of cradle your left hand and like you have your right hand stretched out.
So I don't think I can say. I'm not sure how Sunny would make the connection because Sunny just sees you looking at it, staring at a statue.
Perhaps. Do the statues have magic?
The statues themselves have a faint aura of enchantment about them. There is also a bit of that same magic coming from the altar. The statue immediately towards you looks like a very fetching, bull-headed man.
So you can see that it's like extending out a hand, right?
Yes, so
As though this one was like holding something, right?
yeah, so that figure has a pair of broken shackles in its right hand, and its left is kind of like poised upwards as if like once it was resting a sword underneath its hand.
I think I'm starting to make a bit of sense.
Does anybody have a spare sword? Because I'm not putting mine in this thing.
Are any of the statues holding their hand out more or less like level, like
At the
like
level of
in a
their eyes.
horizontally like way.
Yeah, the one at the end here and in the middle here seems to be.
Right, Sonya's going to go walk up and shake the hand of the statue.
You can
It's the
try
only thing Sonny
shake,
got.
but the hand like doesn't move, so it's quite a one-sided shake.
Sonny has still said hello to the locals. That's all Sonny got. Do any of the statues vibe with Sonny?
Roll an investigation check. Or perception.
I can't
if you
get this
prefer.
thought out of my head now. Wait, what was the other option?
Perception.
Perception is definitely the better option. Oh, shoot, it's still on. Well, that's an 8.
I'm gonna have to take that 8.
Yeah.
Quite a few of them feel vibey with you. If you forgive the phrasing.
So you're
Sonny
gonna
just
look
made
at
friends with an entire room.
you're gonna look at like the party and look at these statues and try and start piecing together if any of them look like any others. As he kind of like glances like between the party and the statues, see if any have similar characteristics, any similar looks, anything like that.
I'm gonna rule that as an intelligence check. Oh,
Straight
actually,
intelligence.
wisdom I think would actually be more appropriate here.
Straight wisdom. Yes, I've better wisdom.
And if anyone desires to help, that's also fun.
Would you like
Sonny's
a flash of
always willing
genius?
to help.
Although it's you in 30 feet.
With Sunny willing to help, you can roll that with advantage.
All right, the 15 is better.
Yeah,
I could flash a genius and make it a 20.
I mean, I'm not going to object there.
Okay. Yeah, it's now a 20.
Alrighty. With that flash of genius, you immediately look up at this thing and you're like, oh yeah, that's me. This quite sagely looking character reminds you a lot of Inqua. This half divine looking character washing blood from his hands reminds you of Solas. This guardian figure, heavily armored and irreproachable, seems very Sunny-like. And this joyful-looking character holding out a soft blanket and a drinking horn feels a lot like Arazid.
He's just going to kind of stand there and start looking. Like, he's going to look at Arazid and then point to, like, the statue. Stand there, would you? Like, over there by that one.
Okay.
Sonny, could you stand over by this one? Inqua, this one.
Right?
And then he's just gonna like come down, look over to where Solas says, "Hey, asshole." Could you stand by a statue up there for a minute? Something just seems off about this room, and I think my assholishness has just figured things out. Then he's gonna come up here and come stand by this one. I do believe the note said that they were missing something. Something that probably each of us can add. Yu's gonna pull out his sword and add it to the statue.
He places it under the outstretched hand, and a voice comes out of the statue. I can see your whole history in your eyes. You were born with nothing, so you've had to struggle and connive and claw your way to power. But true power, the divine right to rule, is something you're born with.
Is it something that only he can hear, or everyone?
Everyone hears.
You is just going to clench both of his fists, as he's just shaking with pure anger now.
Okay, Sonny wants to talk to a statue next. There's like a hand-holdy thing.
Yep.
Mace. Does the mace go in there, or is there something else?
The mace can go in there.
Actually, no. Better put the lantern in.
Yep, you could
Can
fit.
you hang the lantern?
You can fit the lantern on.
Hang the lantern for that.
Your statue speaks. Freedom is nothing but a chance to be better. Time that withers you will wither me. We will fall like ripe fruit and roll down the grass together, dear friend. Let me lie beside you, watching the clouds until the earth covers us and we are gone.
Sally just made friends with the statue.
That's cute. Ollie is going to dig into her bag. Her statue has an outstretched hand, right?
Yeah.
Ollie
some
is
of the
going to
fingers
pull.
are a bit like splayed out, but otherwise it's like a normal open palm.
The fingers are a bit splayed out. Okay, like she should be holding something round in shape.
There are many possibilities.
There are many possibilities. I'm like, do I give her my mama's ring or do I give her a ball of diamond? You know.
Or do you give her a gold coin?
Well, I would say that even though Ollie obviously loves her ball of diamond, and like, you know, the initial thought was, you know, Yaramukai and Lady Cielba, I think Ollie is going to hand over what has become her most prized possession, actually, the commander's diary. And she's going to put that in the outstretched hand.
The voice comes out. It's funny, isn't it? We all want to see behind the veil, but once we do, we mostly just close our eyes again and pretend that what we saw was never really there.
Okay.
That was short.
Inqua, Solas?
What is my statue holding out again?
Your statue, in its left hand, is grasping some scrolls, and the right hand is outstretched.
In what way is it kind of outstretched? Like,
It's kind of like, excuse me, sorry. The hand is kind of like coiled around with like a slot kind of going through the middle of where the fingers are all curled, as if it once held something there that was fairly straight looking. You get the
maybe
sense
like a
it may be a
post.
tool.
Might just give it like alchemist supplies, like with like some sort of vial I can just slide in there.
Mhm.
I'll just do that.
You do so. Your statue shifts to have literally your face upon it. And it speaks. It's appealing to see life as endless. Fix mistakes in the next life. Learn, adapt, improve. But it's my work, my project, my life, my responsibility. It will have to be me.
What was Arazid's holding again? And I'll figure it out.
A large drinking horn in one hand and a piece of fabric in the other. The piece of fabric here is made out of stone.
Put something in the drinking horn?
He's poured some hot Choccy in the drinking horn.
Arazid kind of starts beaming and he's like, yes! Hot Choccy! And he kind of begins like tiptoeing up and tries to pour it in. He pours in a little bit and his statue speaks thusly. Accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
What happens if somebody tries to remove the lantern?
Right now, you find it quite hard to remove it, but you would be able to with significant strength. Rip it out, but it may ruin the statue in the process.
Sonny knows he should have used the mace. Oh well. Sonny has a backup.
So Solas has just been waiting for everyone else to do the thing first so that he can mentally prepare himself. Because while everyone else has just has to like place things from their pockets, it's pretty clear what Solas has to do when he doesn't like that thought. So for a bit of mental preparation, kinda kneels down a bit to the ball and just starts with a slight cut on the finger. Just lets blood drip in.
A few drops fall into the bowl, and the hands frozen in their state of hand washing. And the voice rings out. Nothing about you has faded. You are still the color of my blood. You are my blood. When I look in the mirror, it's not my own face I see. Your body is twice. Once you, once me. Can I be sure which is which? Upon the completion of the final statue, the altar begins to spring to life. A geographical representation appears in a sparkling illusion before the altar. A noble woman appears, kind of like her bust hangs in the air. She begins to speak. There was an unfortunate reaction between Lacromat's and Torahel's power sources. The left sun has exploded. The nation's devastated. Unfortunate, but not unanticipated. Our oracle spotted where it would fall long before it did, into the ocean. But the ocean will not be a problem for much longer, so the oracle says. Prophecies don't concern me, but they appear to now be distracted by someone talking from out of sight. But there is research to show their efficacy. The oracle suggests that sun damage may not be permanent. Oracle suggested I make this just in case of our impending deaths. Impending? Really? Okay, yeah. Cool. How long? Okay, so if you're hearing this, you already know that we are dead. And if you're hearing this, and the oracle tells me that you'll be the ones, here is where the sun fell. Good luck. Things begin to fade away. The lantern falls onto the floor. Yu's sword falls out from the hands. The alchemist's tool falls once again. And everything is quiet.
As the sword falls, can you try and catch it?
Yeah,
Or it, like,
dexterity
clatters to the
save.
floor? Save?
You're trying to do something as a reaction to something unexpected.
Aha, 15.
15? With a 15, you're able to snap it up when it's about halfway through its timber.
Okay, Ollie does not want her book to get ruined, so.
Sonny's just going to assume that a lantern granted by a goddess is not going to get damaged by falling on a floor, and he's not have the dexterity to try.
You're correct. It appears to fall quite safely. The drinking horn begins to seem to almost overflow, and
Oh no.
warm Choccy begins to leak out. But it only does so for a few seconds before disappearing completely. And similar things happen with the blood in the statue of the amalgam.
Wonderful. So, this floor is covered in hot chocolate and this floor is covered in blood.
A little bit of blood, not much.
And this is basically turned into the My Little Pony crystal table.
Again, a reference I don't get.
I get it. And that was on point, man.
Okay. Nice.
Hughes sheathed his sword as he walked up, and he's gonna look at the table as he just mutters, "The old bastard was right."
I'll give you guys a visual representation of this when I finish drawing it. But essentially, you see a very different world, but there are some landmarks that you guys are able to spot that look very similar. Ah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's a pretty similar table.
Oh, I was on it. You got it.
There is a deep canyon, and at the very top of it is a city marked Andoria. And the glowing icon that the figure said is where the sun fell is quite a few canyons length to the north.
Is there a chance we can see the main map and get an idea of
Oh yeah.
how this lines up? Okay, who wrote
Yes,
"Have a
yes,
nice
like-
day" in the bottom corner?
That's been there for a while.
Quite a while, yeah.
Have I just forgotten that existed?
So just as a refresher, Duras is Andoria, and
Yep.
it appears that like just after like here, a shore. You feel like that's the right word, shore? Appears to divide land and sea. And
So we need to go in that direction, basically. We need to go off map.
Well, off the current one.
yeah, hence why I say I'll show you when I finish drawing it.
Yep.
Because your boy is expanding the map.
You makes notation of all of this before walking back to the statue, and then he's just going to punch it square in its face.
Please roll me to punch with advantage.
Are you like this?
This is the second version of you that you has attempted to punch in the face today. This time, even though it's a still statue, it seems to almost dodge. Or maybe you is just too overcome with anger. He doesn't
He's
quite
just going to
hit.
go back in for another like he went for like a right hook. Now he's just going like left hand straight to the nose.
Okay.
While you is
continue to
beating
roll
himself
until you
up
get over a 15.
again,
Essentially.
Can I get a
There we
copy
go.
of the thing that the statue said to Sonny?
Yes.
Not good at remembering poetry.
I can post all of the quotes into Discord if you like.
Yes.
Yeah.
To my Does
Shoved
anything
in
happen
information. We
whenever
haven't had
you
anything
finally
in a while.
punch this thing square in the nose?
When you're finally able to punch it, you do take out like a significant chunk of the stone, the masonry. But there doesn't seem to be any negative repercussions. If you get
Besides
me.
your hands stinging.
It does sting a little bit.
You kind of takes a couple steps back and just kind of smirks as he just kind of looks at it and show you.
Are you guys feeling super important right now, or is that just me?
Or what, you've just started feeling important? Sorry, anyway.
Oh, more than usual.
That's fine.
Wow, it's like we were all like meant to meet each other in prison. Ah. Okay, you guys don't have to get sentimental with me. That's fine. Maybe there's some more crystal in here. Go this way. What is this place?
Looks like a maze, so far at least. There's pretty entrances and exits everywhere.
Inside the barrel, you find rotted apple core.
Fun.
Just the
Is there
one?
anything to the left here?
Cores plural, like yeah, just a collective core.
Okay, Sonny will poke his nose in here then. Who's going to find a... Okay, seriously? Who's going to find a monster first? Oh, what's the thingy by the wall?
It appears to be a smashed up crate.
Is it smashed up contents?
There are no contents, only crate.
Okay.
Oh, so that door just opened up. What's on this table?
That is... loading up. On the table itself are quite a few very dusty looking books.
Oh, okay. Ollie will try to open one and hope that a Keisu 2.0 doesn't occur.
His spirit just appears out of nowhere and just...
He just breaks through the roof. I was sent here to destroy the books.
I've been watching you this whole time. Watching you,
You
giving
fools.
writing lessons.
He thought that I was participating in a war?
You thought that I was a medic on the front lines?
The
No,
real war
I was in a
is
war.
the war
I
against
was in a war.
literature.
A war against the world.
Nope, Chuck Tester. Yeah, you find quite a few books. Opening one of them up and like all of the pages are basically falling apart in dust, and they are written in an alphabet you do know, Elvish.
Oh. Okay, can I try to investigate the page in Elvish, sort of from like the distance of hopefully not disintegrating it?
Yeah, you can like open a cover like really carefully and attempt to read a little bit of what's underneath.
Okay.
It's like to give you some perspective, it's basically like crumbling plaster is what the pages look like right now. So it's kind of got that level of difficulty to it.
So this is not the place to find my next romantic fiction book. Or romantic history. Historical romance.
Of course, that's what you're looking for. Yeah, you can roll that investigation if you desire.
I shall.
I started watching that show a while back.
You are completely and totally heartbroken when you realize it is a stock list. And there's like, oh, apples bought in on this date. Oh, get to the juicy stuff.
Exactly. Are there any hearts in the margin? Any TK loves AP? Nothing?
Not apparently.
Ugh.
Sunny, in the room to the south, you see several more busted up crates. This one next to you appears to still be sealed. This one similarly has a pile of rotting apple cores inside of it.
Can I open the sealed?
Yeah, yeah, you can open it. You find inside 4 bottles of very dusty-looking liquid. Large bottles.
Is detect magic still on?
Yes.
Yes.
And they are not magical.
Oh. Turns to the person that just walked in the room. Do you know?
Do I know?
One Sunny presents it to you. You see that underneath some of the dust is the corner of a label.
Ooh. Is it alcohol?
Yeah. You kind of brush some of the dust off, and
Apple cider.
it is a Chesbazo Dolce.
Very good wine.
Gesundheit.
Yeah, that's German, not French. I mean, I don't know that.
I don't know what it would be in French. Bless you. Bless you.
And
Yeah,
some
that
of you
looks-
guys have very rightfully found doors to the south. And you
I
would
just typed them.
open them?
I typed it into Google Translate and
Did the same thing.
no, it came out as that.
That
I got-
would be because that's what happens when you hit Fantasy Name Generator and their wine section.
Nice.
I'm like, this is a good sounding wine.
Oh, what the fuck? What?
Well, Sonny is going to now learn from this teacher and try drinking some.
Shit, there are a lot of dead people here. Holy shit! What? My god, there's a lot in this room.
Ollie, you are unable to find what one would describe as a romance novel.
Is there anything interesting in these shelves along the other wall?
No. You find a lot of records about stock. There are some that describe some what you feel are humans or other sentient beings as stock as well.
Oh. Well, that will probably make Ollie think of the liquid vat pools, but she is just digging furiously for a romance novel that somebody has hidden away somewhere. So Ollie's just digging, but I'm sure it's fruitless, and
Fair.
she'll just go.
And some others have found a grand dining room to the south. Lying on a dining table is another note, which you will once again find.
Dane. Why does Ermdane sound familiar? Who is Ermdane? This is a thing. Ermdane. The heck is Ermdane?
What is it? Is there anything in the barrels?
In the barrels? Yeah, a lot of them
Oh.
seem to be smashed. And then when you go over to the ones that do seem to be like intact, you notice that the floor around them is stained very deep red. And some of them, like the ones right at the front, seem to have like a hole that has been eaten into it.
Rat's got to the wine. Somewhere around here are some very, very high ratatouilles.
Ermdane.
Do you
They
remember?
added a lot of wine to those.
I'm like, Ermdane is definitely a thing. And I'm just,
Yeah, the
oh
name's
my
familiar to me as well. I don't
God.
know.
None of you guys remember who Umdane is?
Was it the person in the recording from earlier? I don't. I'm gonna have to rewatch that to remember exactly what was said by that person.
The name was not given.
Oh.
You have
Is
met
it from the
Umdane.
previous place?
I can allow
Ermdane?
you. I can allow you guys to roll a history check.
Oh my God, please. Okay, let's all get together and give each other advantage on this history check.
Okay, everyone split into twos.
Oh my God, Ermdane is a dwarf.
Yes. I knew
Ermdane
that.
is a dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap, Ermdane is a dwarf.
Wait.
Is
So,
Ermdane is the historian who works for Sklad. Right?
You didn't even need the history check.
Oh, holy crap.
Which one's Slad again?
The ruler of Duras.
Oh my God.
The
Ermdane's been
person
alive
you've
for freaking
most
ever.
recently pissed off.
Oh, yes.
When you guys think about Umdane, you remember back to this rather fancy wedding occasion and quite a few fireworks.
What wasn't that? Was that Ermdane?
Uh-huh.
Oh man. What the shit?
Sonny has found crystal.
There are quite a few different crystals spotted around here.
Oh, yeah, there's another one down. There's a black one.
The note that you and Solas find next to the statue reads thusly.
Ah, they have that book over here. Apparently all these skeletons died reading Alice in Wonderland.
And I would like to say that the statue in the corner itself looks like this.
Whoa. Ollie can write her own historical fiction with that.
the only thing I can say about this guy is it must be a bitch to grab things.
Yeah. That's why it's gotten so muscly, just all the contortions.
So, if Sonny, tries to study the people, does it back up what the note said? They just sort of died on the spot for no reason?
Medicine check. And if anyone else wants to do anything.
Oh, Ollie's gonna grab some more crystals for her bag of holding.
Okay.
I guess Sonny's doing this solo.
What about Inqua?
Is this like a throne, or is this that statue?
This is a throne. The statue that I showed is over here.
Yeah,
Okay.
that terrifying scorpion ass looking.
This is a throne with a skeleton kind of slumped on it and a couple of others that seem to die in supplication.
Any magic?
Not any remaining around, no. Some
Okay.
very unmagical bones. Sunny, from what you can tell with the limited amount of forensic data you can pick up from 1,000-year-old corpses, it seems to corroborate what Dane said.
Huh. I'm guessing the rubble's just you can't see beyond.
Yeah, it's pretty thick rubble. You heads back up north, Solas.
Yeah, he's gonna poke his head through the door down here.
It's
Okay.
quite stuck, but eventually you're able to get it unstuck and you see yet more
Surely
corridor.
more. Really, how do people navigate this place?
Sonny's gonna head. Wait, there's a thingy. Oh. Sonny's gonna head back up.
Oh my god, it's Cobal's brother.
Come on, brother.
Sonny is trying to remember which way goes up.
Wow, this is like a crystal factory. Ollie's gonna harvest some of this crystal too.
Is it just
There's
a
another big
crystal?
one.
Or...
Yeah, there are quite a few different sizes of crystal that are growing here. You've never seen this type of crystal before, Inqua.
Do I know about the other crystals at all, or?
Yeah.
So, Solas would like to take a closer look at this one here.
Okay. So both of you guys can roll a nature or an arcana to determine what you
Really?
know about these crystals.
Rolled a 6.
Hannah.
Yeah, Inqua, you've not seen any form of crystal growing in places like this in your time residing in similar looking places. Not once have you ever seen something growing as these crystals seem to. As you touch them, they give off a very faint feeling of, I think it was evocation magic. But here and there, the more you look, the more you see kind of filaments of the other schools of magic. It appears that these crystals are, in a sense, pure magic made real. They are not natural in origin, for sure.
Ollie, can I ponder your orb?
Yeah, which one?
Any.
Oh, okay. I've got like quite a few, but okay. So Ollie will first pull out the Eye of the Earth.
Okay.
Can I almost like walk around can I double around to here and compare this crystal to the orb?
Okay. Yep, you can do. I'm just going to switch over momentarily to some other peeps in the meantime who have gone elsewhere.
We are not splitting the party, we're just temporarily going in other directions.
You has walked up a corridor to the north and very quickly found what appears to be a prison cell with a very long dead skeleton inside of it, tied to the wall.
Does Sonny have the right spell?
You are muted, Bailey.
Oh, oops, sorry.
No, I didn't prepare it.
He's going to begin looking at the skeleton, see if there's anything of note.
That would be perception or medicine, depending on what kind of look over you want to do.
He's not trying to figure out how this thing died. He's trying to find stuff.
Sorry, that's a more Casu thing. What the fuck? Looking at this skeleton, you see that he was clearly someone that was tied up, as a holding. Like, it was clear that this person was being held for something for later, and then something happened before that could be fulfilled, and thus now it is just dead in front of you. Similarly to the others, it doesn't appear to have any marks on it. It's just died.
Damn.
The head itself is actually fallen off and has rolled slightly to the side.
Well, it sounds like there's nothing here. He's gonna like move to go up.
Okay.
Looks back. Sees that like everybody's kind of gone the other way. Shrug, and then he's gonna join.
Alright. And last, not Platy Splitter, Sunny makes a mad dash back northwards and goes to do something.
Only took the wrong turn 3 times. Maybe 2. It was hard to tell.
Oh, whoa.
Okay, is this magical?
It looks magical.
There are very faint traces of evocation magic about it, yes. As you look, each of these 4 statues appears to represent a different element.
So we got like the element of laughter, the element of honesty, the element of generosity.
And the element of surprise.
And they are much less metaphysically earth, air, fire, and water.
Is there anything notable about them? Like, are these ones wanting to hold something? Is there an insert here slot? Do I put the copper in and they start?
Tell me how to
moving
solve the puzzle, DM. Roll an investigation check. Or perception.
Probably better off with. Yeah, apparently I'm better off with.
So, each of these statues is modelled after what you now recognise to be a different type of ganassi. Each of them are kind of like frozen. Their hands are kind of conjuring a ball of some form made out of the elements. And it is very representative. This definitely seems to be more of an art piece.
So there's nothing to put anything in any. It's not like insert a copper into this slot and they start, dancing in tune.
There are, the way in which the statues are positioned doesn't make you feel as if there is another of these insert thing here and thing will happen type puzzles. It
Does the
appears
fire one look like Solas?
it does a bit.
Ah,
It's more of like a in name only type. Looks like though.
so we've got 3 Solaces and 2 U's down here. Sunny's making so many new friends.
Alright. And back to the rest of the party. So Inqua takes the Eye of the Earth, takes it over to one of the crystals.
Wait a second. Y'all are just handing out these things to anybody, but you.
What? No. This is for science. It's not that we inherently trust Inqua more than you. Although, looking at all the bodies around here, never mind.
You're just gonna push past and keep on.
What does Inqua propose on doing with the Eye of the Earth?
If you blow us all up and kill us all, I'm totally coming from back to the dead as another revenant just to be able to kill you.
God.
No pressure.
Just, definite death. Yeah, so Matt, as Ollie hands you the Eye of the Earth, there is this sense of connection, this itch inside you that you finally notice. You realize now has been there since you woke up, plummeting to Earth. Now you hold this thing and you just feel uncomfortably itchy. like an itch on your soul. If you're talking right now, I can't hear you, Matt. What was that?
Well, metaphysical itch.
Aha! Yeah, you're back. Yeah, it's a metaphysical itch, but it also seems to be very real in a certain sense.
Hey, are you feeling okay there, buddy?
Just thinking.
I guess they look.
Pondering.
They look a little similar. I don't. Well, the eye of the earth is obviously the most beautiful thing we've ever seen, and this is a crystal. But they're both, like shiny, sparkly.
Like,
Have shared.
I'm just DM question. So are they like? Do they look like they're made of like the same material? Like, is this more of like a refined crystal?
They do not appear to be made out of the same material. When you hold this orb, you realize it almost seems to be made out of magic itself. In which case they do have some passing similarities to the crystals. But whereas the crystals are kind of born from magic and have grown naturally into various different shapes, it appears this orb was very specifically made.
I'll retrieve.
If it looks like anything, it looks like your hand.
Oh,
Ooh.
like what happens if I touch the orb in the hand?
You what, sorry?
Can I use the orb and kind of put it in the hand with the crystal hand?
When the two connect, there is this resonance humming that this very beautiful harmonious note as the two are brought close together. For a second you feel your hand kind of vibrating.
Can I have
Wow.
the other orb?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Ollie's not uncomfortable at all. She's gonna dig out the breath of air, and she'll be like, "Okay, but just don't drop this one, because
Just put it on the hand.
At this
you want
point,
me to
this like
hold
itch,
it under."
It's like push it on the hand. The same hand that I'm holding.
So you want Ollie to shove her balls together?
Yes.
Ollie
Yes.
loves. Do you want the orbs to sandwich your hand?
Yes.
Okay. So they're gonna do some sort of basketball, like you've got one cupped and Ollie's pushing the other one onto the bottom of your hand, like an 8 with a belt
Yeah.
of fingers.
Yeah.
and at this point the itch is almost too much for you to bear. Please roll a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna go with it. Not today.
The ball
I don't
that
think it-
Inqua was holding begins to fall as his body jerks involuntarily.
Dexterity save.
Do it.
Can I have advantage because these are so important to me?
I feel like you would have been watching them quite heavily.
Yeah, it looks like I did.
A 22 is more than enough. It's falling. Like,
Oh my god.
both of your hands were like cradling the breath of air on like the underside. So as it's falling, you literally catch it with your foot.
Woo.
and the Eye of the Earth balances onto your foot.
Okay, buddy. If we could not drop the things we need to save the Earth, that would be great. Okay, Ollie is shaking her head at Inqua and putting them back in the bag. I will be holding these from now on.
Inqua, you feel like the wrongness has abated as these two orbs are no longer touching your skin, but you feel that your stomach is churning. And you feel very shaky, and like a part of your brain is not here right now. You feel a bit disconnected from yourself. Sunny. You are exploring in the north all on your own.
Apparently. Sunny keeps making new friends, though, so he's hardly alone.
You find a study room of some form.
Time to study the room.
There are
You're
like
going to stop
very.
laughing at the terrible jokes one day.
But the problem is, I love terrible jokes. There are various different desks scattered around. Each of them is covered with like a centimeter of dust. At this
Oh,
point.
so that's what these things are.
Yeah.
He's just living his own story.
Nothing on any desk other than dust, I take it.
No.
I forgot to add expensive wine to the character sheet. Does that mean Sunny drunk at all?
So he's
you
just
do,
drunk trying to find
Sunny's
it.
Well-
this is why Sunny went off on his own. He's just sipping away at bottles of expensive alcohol, thinking this is a good idea.
You know what I'm gonna have to ask you to do then, if you want to have drunk all of it. Demon.
I'd say he's in the process of drinking all of it.
You know what I'm still gonna have to ask you to do though?
Constitution?
Constitution.
Saving throw or check? No, it's the same difference, actually.
Yeah. Choose if you got the same mod.
Choose my poison. Yes!
That explains a lot of why Sunny is wandering about on his own. So we will catch up with Sunny in a little while. You is sitting on a bench waiting for the rest of the party to stop fondling balls.
He's found 2 sets of stairs and decided, I'm just gonna sit on this bench for a while.
Okay. Inqua is presumably trying to calm himself down after this very weird, disconnected feeling comes over him. White Fang is kind of also mulling about, looking a little bit disconnected, a little bit off. He wanders around and decides to go sit on this bench. What about the rest of the guys?
Well, Ollie's gonna skirt Inqua a bit. Maybe. Hey, Brights. Or White Fang, how you doing?
I do not like it in these rooms.
No?
Too much magic. Too many old secrets.
Yeah, it does seem pretty magical. I don't know. There's definitely, like, a lot of dead bodies.
Yes.
Well, I feel better having you here with us, buddy.
I would just like to get to the part where we can kill this Sklad figure.
Yeah. I think we're getting there, but, you know, this is kind of an important part like main, thing. We were actually our original goal was to visit these ruins and find crystals that only grow in these ruins. And well, I'm gonna open up my bag of holding that's just like fucking shining with magic crystals and go. And I think I've been doing
It is so
pretty
full
well.
of crystals that Walter White is jealous.
Yes.
Walter White fang.
Walter White. So I don't know. I mean, I think the sooner we get done exploring this place, the sooner we can get on out of here and kill that bitch. High five. I'm gonna raise up my hand.
He will go into high five you, but instead of like a little slap disconnect, he will literally try and grab your hand and be like, "Great, okay, let's go."
Okay, all right. Are we holding hands still?
Not.
Is he dragging me along?
He is dragging you along. He's not treating you great though. And like Arazid is like, "That's my kind of wife, I think. Maybe, be gentle, please."
Arazid, this is fine. Ollie's next historical romance is starting to play out.
And he would basically just drag you to where you is.
Oh, really? Come on. There's a whole... All right. There's a whole ass other thing to explore, but whatever.
You are also waiting. Which of the tunnels do you think is going to be best?
Was you able to figure out if one went up or one went down?
Both go up.
I don't know. They perhaps could connect. I didn't want to go too far ahead because of issues arising. However, both of them go up, not down. So I can only imagine what they contain above.
Where are the others? Where is that giddy shelled one?
Yeah, it's not like him.
Speaking of giddy shelled ones. Okay, you're gonna have to roleplay him as significantly more pissed. Right now. I hope you know how.
I'm just gonna wing it, which is what I assume most people do when they're pissed.
Pretty much.
So he's doing what he's doing, but he's doing it in... Exploring is a natural thing for him, so now he's just doing it obsessively. He is going to find the friends.
This door
that
he's next to doesn't open under his hands.
Does it open under his claws?
It does not open under those either.
How about Okay, there are friends on the other side of this door. The door is in the way.
Where you can attempt to attack. I think we're gonna have to roll that with the disadvantage though, because you are not in full control of your usual faculties.
Drunken eating strength.
Does anyone come to find Sunny?
He is going to... Okay, the attack is going to start here and then end there at speed.
Okay. Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing this one. Still going to be with disadvantage though. Well, how are you trying to do it? Just with claws?
Brute force and... Okay, it's like a train, but it's made out of turtle. So, like, shoulder the door with a shell.
I think that would be an athletics
check. All the while there's a cat hanging on for dear life with a gem.
Yeah, athletics.
Cool. I'm assuming he hit the desk.
Yeah. Sunny kind of... Here's the thing, like, Sunny is charging straight forwards, but as he's charging forwards, Solas appears out of the corridor to the side, and it really throws Sunny off, so he ends up, like, whacking into the wall over here.
I imagine a slow-mo Sunny turning mid-run to see Solas and going, "Friend?"
Is everything all right here?
There's a door that won't open there, and you're back in that hallway. There's 3 of you down here. Actually, there's 3 of you in here as well. There's 6 of you!
Oh no. Okay.
You're back in that hallway.
Okay. Right. Oh, this is amazing. Always want to see shit like this, don't you? But well. Anyway. Door. Does it look like the only way to open this is brute strength, or would it be any other way?
There's a handle.
Sunny immediately jumped to the first way. So you can give it a little
I
look
didn't have a lot of
over.
options.
You do see that there is indeed a keyhole.
Okay. Right, hang tight. Just stay here for a second. I'll get someone. Hold on. He just like half sprints down the hallway.
Have we not taught Jem how to pick locks yet?
He's a
Nope.
cleric, not a cat burglar.
No, the beetle is Gem.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's a cleric.
Oh, really?
The cat, on the other hand, is going to
Oh
be
yeah, it's the cat. Do I have a cleric and a rogue on my back?
Kind of. I like to... So, Sunny
So
has
now
been
we need to get a
told-
fighter monk, a warlock, and an
Fighting
artificer.
monkey. A warlock
And a
weasel.
ranger.
I'm gonna end up with a zoo on my back. Okay, while I'm waiting, are there friends down here? Down.
So while Sonny's wandering about up top, Solas kind of
After
peeks
he
around
was
the corner.
told to not move.
Yeah.
He was, but there are friends to be found, and the friends are coming back, so he hasn't moved. He's staying in the underground place.
You did find a great drunk nap location.
So Solas just kind of peeks his head around the corner. Just says, "Oh, so a couple things. Sonny is drunk, maybe. It's funny as hell. But the other thing is, there's
Drunk
a
Sonny.
locked door up top.
Locked door.
Yes. Yep, that way.
Was that said in the room, or would you be able to hear this?
I mean, I'm assuming there's an echo.
Dead guy. Oh, rest in peace. Oh my gosh, this is rough.
Is this written in common?
Yes.
Ooh.
Sonny is staring at a bunch of squiggly lines on a paper.
Oops.
Oh, it should be just up ahead.
Oh,
He was going to take some time and investigate.
Yeah,
Sunny.
you go past here, and at this point,
what the hell?
you may hear Sunny yelling out, "Stop moving around, Squiggles!
Oh, well.
Let
there
me
he
be
is.
friends with you!" Or perhaps something
Hey,
to that
buddy.
effect. You
Hey,
guys
what's-
find yourself in a fairly ornate-looking lounge room. On the table to the side of this note that Sunny has found is a stone bowl full of a very sickly, bubbling-looking liquid.
No, my gosh.
Sonny recognizes this word. It is in a language.
Pass it to me, buddy.
Sonny does so.
Okay. This is in common. Oh, sorry, my common's a little. Ollie's gonna sit down. Why hasn't this poison? Poison.
I can read it.
Oh, fine. Okay, yeah. Okay. Pass it to Solas.
Talking about a sort of poison. Seems to be quite destructive, corrosive, certainly. Destroys all things, unless it's made of obsidian, weirdly enough. I think that's the real important stuff for now. It's very short, so there's not much to it.
Sunny is sniffing the bowl.
You feel the desire to sneeze.
Sunny is going to go into the corner and sneeze. He doesn't want the friends to see his weakness.
This isn't.
Okay, so where was that door you guys were talking about? The locked one.
The unfriendly door.
The unfriendly door. Oh man, I have been waiting to
Is there
crank
anything
out
down here?
these bad boys. I feel like I've only used thieves' tools
Nat one.
once before.
Is there anything down here, or is it just a hallway?
Hey, what do I roll for thieves' tools? Sorry, guys.
It's a thieves' tools
Maybe-
roll, which is dexterity plus proficiency if you are proficient in thieves' tools, which I presume
Oh,
you are
okay.
if you have
Do
them.
you have expertise?
I am, yes.
Oh, then double the proficiency.
Oh, sorry, I rolled a dexterity save. So I should have rolled.
We could just take that
Dexterity.
and add the appropriate numbers.
Oh yeah, so dexterity, and then does that have my proficiency already? Yeah, the +3, so that's good.
The +3 is dexterity, so it would be another +3.
Oh, nice.
If you have expertise, that's another +3 again.
I don't think she would.
I don't think I took
Regardless,
expertise
a
in
19
thieves'
would
tools.
be enough to get the door
Yeah.
open.
Yeah.
Okay, but it is a 22.
Oh, God, more books. There's more books.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Come on. This better be the
Oh,
room where they hide the good stuff.
I mean, it was locked, so who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's on
Are there
top
any
of each
books
other in
written
this room.
in... Sunny only can read 3 languages. Are any of these books written in it? No? Okay, then.
I mean, can you read right now, though?
Yeah, he's kind of struggling with that.
He can recognize languages he can read. They just won't sit still.
You almost trip over this this very strange but slightly familiar looking metal contraption in your quest to find some legible fiction.
I think Solas will be looking for interesting stuff as well.
What is that? Ollie's going to pick up the metal object.
Might be a hat, who knows?
You pick it up and it appears to be rectangular. The front of it has quite a like one sheet of what looks like glass, and it very gently reflects your own face back into you.
Oh, God.
And the other side kind of creaks as you pick it up. You feel like you may have seen one of these before, back in the research facility.
Ollie is going to open it up. Should I roll like history to see if I recognize it from the research facility?
It's fairly fresh in your mind. You've never seen a thing like it.
Oh, okay. But Ollie will point the reflection at Sunny. Hey, buddy, look what I found.
Front multiplier!
Multiplier! And Ollie's going to hand it over to Sunny.
And what's even better is he's seeing 3 times the number for multipliers right now.
Yeah.
9.
Yes, there are currently 10 people in this room, including Sunny. 12 if you include the ones on Sunny's back.
Yeah, the reflection is a very poor imitation, so it's not friends so much as like casual acquaintances.
Totally not a tablet. How much? Right, got it. I have an item in my inventory called Totally Not a Tablet.
It is not a tablet, it's a PC monitor, but sure.
Oh,
Um,
just gonna alter that.
So, Solas, you see a lot of textbooks about a lot of things that you do not understand. This word, keeps coming up quite often. Fusion. Solar.
I think he'd like just pick out a few books and just keep hold of them if he can, just as reading material.
You see the word solar, and Solas is like, "Yep, that's probably for me."
Yeah.
Ollie, you grab a couple of books at random, start flicking through them, and are like, juicy materials, and you see like diagram upon diagram of what appear to be some form of circuit.
Oh my gosh, no.
But within those circuits is some pretty tight action between the male and female sockets on these batteries.
This is not
There's
what I
some
need.
real spark.
Wait, they sparked? They still have
Use
power!
What is this area now?
Well, this was a bust.
The area down there is... this appears to be a section of records. You open up one of the books and it details the prisoners that have come through this area.
Is there any names at all that you would recognize?
No. You barely understands the alphabet in which it has been written in the first place. Even if he had recognized a name, it's possible he wouldn't recognize this particular alphabet it's written in.
He just kind of places the book on top of this or whatever. I can barely read this. I'm not sure if it's in a close language to one that I speak, but I can't figure it out fully.
Well, this is an opportunity for Solas to one-up you, so...
I'm almost sick of trying.
Just gonna try and, like, just pick up the book, see if he recognizes anything.
Oh, well, that's for that one.
Does this skeleton have armor on?
It does. The armor is quite rusty, but it is metal armor.
He was gonna... Is it like full plate or...
Yes.
He's gonna start shoving this in his bag.
Okay. I would
'Cause
like
he
you
knows
to
how
note
much
it
those
is-
fetch at the open market.
Ah,
I
there's
would like
even
to
more
note
doors
it is very specifically rusty metal armor.
Yeah, I'm putting in rusty.
The more I look at this map, the more I realise there's more doors we miss. Wait,
Just a
does
couple.
that...
Now I gotta go figure out
Yeah,
how much
holding
plate is. How heavy plate is.
Is this a holding tank?
What, where?
Directly south of Ollie.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Holding tank?
Like for bringing in prisoners and showering them down, or?
No, like, if they're being a bit unruly, you stick them in the hole and close the lid.
You are on the opposite side of the map right now, so that is an interesting question.
Oh, yeah. Sunny hasn't been down here. There might be friends down here.
Oh my god, we lost Sunny again.
Sunny is a wanderer. When he gets drunk, oh, you better believe he wanders.
Solas, you flick through some of the books, and you don't see any names that jump out to you until you close the book, gaze at the cover, and see that on front of the cover is written "Sacrifices from Mekis."
Well, this one's mine.
Wait a second. Do you see Sunny? Sunny?
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, holy crap, we just had him.
Note to self, don't let Sunny drink again.
Oh, Sunny's probably in here, huh, you?
So Sunny is heading down this corridor?
I don't know. It's a closed
that
door.
is-
Do you really think that bumbling buffoon knows how to close a door?
I think it's best that we check, just in case.
Is that a yay? You're heading down here?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to find out what... Oh, this is going to be a very quick trip, isn't it?
Yep, pause there.
Yep. One more? Less?
Roll a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh,
I don't
he's
see how this
drunk.
could possibly go wrong.
He is drunk.
At least he's got a really good AC.
AC don't mean shit when it comes to
I assume-
poison splash damage, which is exactly what happens out
Oh.
of this statue head in the
Oh,
corner.
shit.
God, he's getting even more drunk.
A line of poison shoots out and sears you with 23 points of poison damage.
Ooh.
It then speaks in a voice that you heard previously in the hologram. You are not authorized this way! Be gone!
Jesus.
Or face the wrath again!
Fine.
Wow.
Sunny knows when Sunny not wanted. Sunny didn't want to be your friend anyway.
White, the freaking, like, personnel, like, no, you went the wrong way. Blech. Acid. Like,
Elsewhere, the door opens before the rest of you.
Is this like a bookcase?
Yes. Oh, no, sorry.
think-
That right
Oh.
there is a coat hanger rail.
Oh, you looks at that and then sees the fun thing down here.
Yep.
That he has no idea what it is.
It appears to be like a whole bank of the same kind of things that Sunny found earlier and referred to as his friend multiplier. And on top is another of the same letter that you've been finding around everywhere.
Cast lightning into it.
God. You just kind of nods as he moves past, ready to move on at this point.
Yeah, if you feel like you guys have explored around everywhere.
Unless there's hidden passages, which there very much
Sunny
could
would
be.
really like to go to sleep now.
oh, I bet. Oh, big buddy.
That way Sunny can wake up and talk to dead people.
Oh, great. Yeah, there's all sorts of friends to be made.
Sunny will
Some
speak to dead.
healthier than others.
Sunny might be, my character might be completely pissed drunk, but even he remembers that he does have a spell that speaks with the dead people. He just
Yeah.
can't use it at this exact moment in time. Because he didn't think he was coming down into another one of these places so soon.
Yeah, buddy. Don't we'll find you somewhere to nap. Oh, I lost you. Come on. Oh.
Yeah,
One
Sunny's
step
player
at a
might be looking at a funny meme.
Oh,
And I presume with that, you guys begin to head upstairs.
Yes. You has a vote for the spiral staircase.
also looks like Dewey's here now.
Hey!
My alarm didn't go off because I rolled onto my phone.
Oh.
Aw.
Oh dear.
You are still within time. Also, good morning.
You missed a few things.
Yeah.
Your hot chalky was super useful.
Yes,
Oh my god.
it defeated a puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Oh my
two of
god.
us got to punch you in the face. One of them was you. Actually, you've done that twice now.
Oh no.
There's 3 different Solaces down here. And the turtle is completely pissed drunk.
Yep.
Mm.
So
And
if you check the
Our
pins,
friendship was prophesized by oracles. I'm sorry. Go on, Bailey.
if you
Emma's
check
right,
the
though.
pins, you're
Oh.
gonna find a very interesting thing that was said about every to who each thing got said.
It's in the pin thing.
That's in the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch the video. I'll do
So
that Instagram.
Arazid's was the core. Accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together. Ollie, wink, wink. But do so with all your heart, which you do. You do all the time.
So
oh, yeah,
Ollie
the
was the
artificial
heart, you was the breath, Solas was the amalgam, Inqua was the head, Sunny was the friend, and then Arazid was the core.
Arazid's the core because he's fucking normal.
Also,
Arazid's the
the
glue.
artificer fondled Ollie's balls and got nervous doing it.
Yeah,
Like,
he
really
dropped my
nervous.
balls. He dropped.
You almost dropped your balls. What are you gonna do?
Yes, the artificer dropped the ball on that one.
The super duper incredibly important ball. So Inqua not getting to hold the balls. All right, but we are headed down the spiral stairs, right?
Yeah. Well,
Or up.
Heading up
sorry.
the spirals.
Okay, we're heading up the stairs. Got it.
Does anybody notice?
Oh,
Saw the
Sunny.
phone from a mile away.
All the stairs are spiraling right now, so clearly he picked the right one.
I'd imagine Sunny trips once or twice.
To
Trip
Sunny
once,
right
trip
now,
twice, screw it, just crawl.
stable floor is a spiral staircase. Sunny drunk at least one full bottle of 1,000-year-old wine.
Sonny has taken the spiral before the staircase.
You all head up. On the landing, you see the same stonework as you did on the first level, but very, very quickly into the corridor, you are met with a rock slide. By the way, the two corridors do indeed meet with one another at the top. The rock slides prevents further movement into this ruins area, but the rock slide seems to have been caused by a burrowing creature, and the tunnel is accessible.
Can we see the tunnel?
Out of the pain into the fire, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tunnel is at almost floor level, so you guys are easily able to climb into it and follow the tunnel.
Sonny would really like to pass out first.
Okay. White Fang will carry Sunny if that is the case.
No, I mean, like, Sonny is saying to the group, Sonny would like to pass out at some point.
Ah.
Oh,
Sunny
like we
wants to
should
have a
take.
long rest.
Also that, quite frankly.
Do you guys follow the tunnel?
Sonny looks like he's been half melted by a statue.
Yeah, he smells a
He
little.
was just gonna kind of like climb in or whatever and start going.
All right, Ollie will follow you.
You guys walk through these tunnels. It's very twisting, for the most parts, but it also seems to be going in a very straight manner. The tunnel is quite linear, one may say. You feel like you've been walking for a couple of hours when there is, again, a little bit of paving. And finally, you guys encounter a door.
Is this like a door with a handle?
Yes.
You tries to push the door.
You can push the door. You opens the door. And inside, you see this room.
Is there
Use
water?
going to walk up.
It
and-
is water.
Just like head first. Let the cat climb on the back.
Mhm.
The cat is now sitting on an island.
You guys all begin to enter into the water, and finally, you sees a figure hidden underneath the surface.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, you would go up there. He doesn't care. He's just gonna look this figure dead in the eyes and go, "Whatever you're guarding, I want."
It doesn't respond. As you stare it in the eyes, you see that it has a pipe in their mouth, and another one like connected to the back of their neck, and they appear to be sitting there completely submerged.
Is there anything
Another
that it
pipe.
appears like?
Another pipe is seen to the north, and it appears to be taking water out.
So, is this person making water? Both meanings of that sentence, and suddenly just laid down in it.
It's possible. You don't know for sure. But
This is
yeah,
the
or you
cleanest
know.
looking piss ever.
So there is a figure that is not responding to you and has several pipes connected to him, and another pipe to the north that is taking water out of this location.
You's gonna try and poke the figure, see if there's any reaction.
There is not.
A wave in front of the hands, firebolt right in front of the face. No reaction, no pupil dilation, no
Are
nothing.
you bringing him out of the water? To do things like firebolt in front of the face?
Yes, like you're just gonna start pulling this person up, trying to get a rise or a reaction.
So you can grab his torso and kind of drag his upper body out of the water, and that like the pipes connected into his mouth and into his the back of his neck are like that much more obvious. And then you see that there are more pipes that connect to other parts of his body as well. And he does not react when there is a firebolt flashed into his face, but you can tell, despite his clamminess, there is definitely a living quality to this individual.
You's going to look back towards the group. Well, it is clear that this individual is not alive. I am going to do some searching. Yu's going to pull out his sword and try and open up the chest of this thing to see if there's something inside.
The person.
Yes.
Somebody wants to make friends with them while they're in one piece.
Congrats, you're now friends. Now I'm going to continue. It is clear that they're not responding to anything. There's a chance that they've been long dead for forever and a day.
Does Cure Wounds get a result?
Your spell fails.
Ha.
As you can see, this is not a living
He's
person.
gonna back away. Charlie might be drunk, but Charlie recognizes when we've been in this situation before.
Ollie is also going to back away.
Okay. Before you essentially possibly murders this person, does anyone do anything else?
Oh, you don't kill the guy.
Yeah, I don't know if we should be doing that.
Yeah, maybe we should just investigate this scenario a bit more before we start killing.
Is this
I've
where
very obviously shown that they're not reacting to anything.
this is making water, and we just came from a valley that was full of water? Is the amount of water going through the pipe like the amount of water that was in a valley?
You're the one speaks Aquan.
So, does speaking water mean that Sunny can figure out water volume?
Not. It's very hard to do that kind of mathematics drunk when you haven't been taught mathematics.
Yu's going to instead kind of like sigh, lower his sword a little bit, still pointing it at the thing that he has in his hand. Is there anything clear that's creating this water other than the being?
What about the pipe right
What,
here?
yeah. Wait, what about the pipes in the person? Where are they going?
They are going into the person, and then they
The other end.
they lead away, and they kind of go down this platform and then empty out into the pool.
So he is the spring.
So I'm assuming the other pipe
This
might
pipe
be
is
taking
the
water away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
So
is.
that's the outlet. Yeah. So this guy is the water source. He's the spring. So Sunny is
Like-
super drunk right now, right?
Sunny really wants to talk to
Is-
this person.
And you know the amazing thing
So
about
many
being
questions.
drunk? How thirsty you get later on.
Well, Sunny and Sunny's player have absolutely no experience with this. They have to take your word for it.
I was generally
Yeah.
going to say that Arazid was going to drink some of the water, but I also don't want to be fucking cursed.
Again.
I don't want to be cursed again either. And so I'm like, Sunny's drunk.
Sunny will drink
He has-
water.
Natural impulse.
Technically, Sunny's already been in the water. Nothing happened, so Sunny's going to put the... Sunny's been in the water, so now Sunny's going to put the water in him.
You heal 14 points damage.
Oh. Oh.
Yu's again going to look over and try and figure out, more specifically, is there an orb inside this?
Sunny
Body.
drinks more water.
It's not obvious from looking at his body. There's no like
Uh,
glowing cut here mark or anything.
Well,
Yu's
wait a
just going
sec.
to.
No, wait a sec. Because sometimes when the orbs get close together, they resonate. So Ollie is gonna grab on the shore. She's gonna take off her bag. She's gonna grab the eye of the earth, bring it over to this guy, and she's gonna sort of, I guess, if she can reach like where his heart is with the eye of the earth through the piping connected to him, then she's gonna try to get that as close to sort of his chest area as possible.
As you bring the eye of the earth closer, it begins to resonate.
Wow,
Res-
yeah.
It's mine.
What?
I am taking this one.
Sunny
Oh.
wants an orb.
This seems like the orb that Sunny would want the most.
So
But
then
we
it's
can't-
between the two assholes for the fire one.
But we just can't, like, we can't just, like how would we get it?
None
Uh,
of you are going to be able to do what it takes to get this one.
Oh
So
my
step
god.
away.
If only we had Vola.
Sunny could totally do this. He would just wait a while, get a spell, and ask a person how to get the orb out of them.
Oh, yeah. Maybe this is a good. We've been walking for hours. Why don't we just take a long rest and do it Sunny's way? I don't know.
Yu's
I don't.
going to plunge his sword into this thing's
I
chest.
have
did not.
I have repeatedly said that this person is not dead. So I don't really know why you guys are relying on necromancy
Because
here.
he's a murder hobo, obviously.
Right. No, I mean in
But
reference to
no-
like what Sunny's plan. To wait and
Nobody
ask.
else has.
I mean, there are a bunch of corpses downstairs.
Sunny can ask one of them.
I didn't quite
Appears to
realize
be in
that
an
this
area
guy
quite
wasn't dead.
disconnected.
You knows that they're not dead. That's why he says nobody is going
Wait,
to
wait,
know.
wait,
be
wait.
able to do.
Wait, remember with the breath of air, if you hit it, then you send out like a shockwave I'm getting out of here.
So
Okay.
he's going to try and like open this person's like chest a bit so he can get into like the cavity and like the ribs, like not going anything
Yeah,
further than like.
so there's definitely been some miscommunication here. Ollie, when you brought the orb to this individual, it wasn't you didn't find a specific area. You found that it just resonated when you were near them.
Okay.
The person is the. Sunny no longer has carried this orb. This orb is person shaped.
Sunny is the best equipped to carry this orb.
Uh-oh.
So
Okay, well,
as like a recap, this person appears to be alive. They are unresponsive. They have some pipes that are connecting directly to their heads, which seems to be extruding something from them. And they appear to be a wholly magical being.
Is
And
there
I don't
that
know if stabbing them do
clear
anything
everything
because
up?
I mean, aren't they made of
yes,
magical wire?
that clears a bit more. Yu's gonna try and disconnect the pipes.
Okay.
Should
Mouth or neck?
Hmm?
Mouth or neck? Because he's got kind of one going into his mouth
Oh,
and then the other going into
the
his
mouth
neck.
one.
Okay. You wrap your hand around the pipe and you begin to pull it out. A lot of water comes out, but the pipe does move. And then eventually you find the end of it. And he begins coughing.
He's now gonna go for the one at the neck.
buddy. Wait a second. He might say something.
You have.
It's going to take a while. And
Holy sh!
this thing in could be stopping it from talking.
I have a technical question.
Mhm.
Does healing water help with hangovers?
You hope it does.
Does
So
drinking
you
more of it
believe
heal
it
more?
does. It's a little bit of a placebo effect, as most hangover cures are. But you do feel your mind clearing a little bit. You wraps his hand around the pipe connected to this guy's neck. It's one that needs to be twisted a bit, and then it just pops off. Where? Oh god. I feel like I've just thrown up an army.
All right.
Yeah, I think you might.
There's
have
been a
done.
calamity. Everybody that you know is probably dead. There's a good chance that you know where an orb is. Do you?
The calamity happened hundreds of years ago. What are you on about? Another one?
Oh, are you more recent?
He
When were you
looks-
It's an
put
odd
here?
question to ask a human being. Are you more recent?
What is the outside land like?
Harsh. Deserted.
Just the one calamity then.
And it was once
Yes.
mine.
Okay.
What's
Who
your
are
name?
you?
My name is Rajat.
Oh.
We know that name. Where do we know that name?
Who?
He's a dragon. It's
I'm just-
Rajat from Yaramukai.
Yeah,
Ollie
You're
just
thinking
calls
of
out.
Farkloon.
Well, but Rajat is from Yaramukai, right? He's from
Yeah.
that time with Cielba and Firehand, and like, because they were fighting Rajat, and he had the obsidian quarry, and it was all like, "Vroom." So, right? No,
You are correct in some of that.
it's my favorite book.
I can imagine.
All right.
Like, visually,
It seems that
like-
you're the source of this water, so you can either answer the questions or I can plug you back in.
No, God. I mean, don't
Oh,
take
for
me out, but
fuck's-
the orb was implanted into me.
That's what I thought. Now where is it?
I'm afraid it is a part of me now.
Then I'm sorry. You're going to have to die.
Before that, if you shows any signs of going to stab him, Solas is gonna fucking run and push him.
I mean,
This
Yu's
wouldn't be the
never
first
took.
time Sonny's
Yu has
cast.
never sheathed his sword. Like he
Yeah.
still has his sword in his
This
hand,
is-
pointed at
I'd
this
just
guy.
like to point out this wouldn't be the first time that Sonny's cast hold person on you.
Solas, you can definitely sense that this is where you is trying to go, so feel free to head closer.
Yeah, so Solas is gonna like full charge, just shoulder tackle you.
I don't see why this is going to go wrong horribly. The person with strength as a dump stat is going to charge the person with, I assume, strength as a dump stat.
It might
I mean,
I think
not
it might be
matter.
stealth.
Strength isn't my dump stat.
Intelligence.
No, wisdom.
I like to think that Solas is a himbo.
No, he's actually the smartest in the party.
Oh, really? What is your
maybe.
intelligence?
18.
20.
Inqua.
He was the smartest.
I assume then Yu's
Yeah.
probably like the second smartest.
You know, when you're the smartest
Third.
kid in your class, and then this new
Oh,
kid just
third.
falls out of the fucking sky.
That's
Yeah.
actually what happened to me.
Sonny's like third, fourth.
So Solas is going to rush forward, attempt to so you attempting to kind of mechanically grapple him in a sense, or literally just push him?
I'm literally just gonna like charge into him regardless. I don't give a shit what's gonna happen to me.
Okay.
I'm just getting him out the fuck of the way of this guy.
I would say that's an unarmed strike then.
Okay. Okay, so. And I think I would have proficiency.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have proficiency in your own limbs.
Okay.
But question, since I have actually wait, no, never mind. Annoying. I was going to say since I have multi attack, but I don't, because that's only with my backed weapon.
Yeah, so Solas rushes forwards. As you could probably tell from him trying to figure out if he can roll it again, he did not roll high enough to use AC.
As soon as Yu gets rushed, he's sidestepping and like disengaging, and he's grabbing this person, putting his sword to their throat, and just basically holding them hostage now.
Okay. I need
Nice.
you to make a dexterity saving throw, please, you.
Oh, why do I have to roll low now of all time?
Yes!
As you make to kill him, Rajat waves a hand, and you are suddenly frozen in place. And when I say
Oh,
frozen, I
thank
mean literal ice crawls up your legs and your
I
arms.
have ice resistance. Does that have any matter?
Um,
Because I
so
have the mittens of cold resistance equipped.
this
and
is
currently tuned.
this is technically like reflavored hold person. It doesn't do damage specifically. It just holds you tight,
So you're frozen solid, but you don't feel cold.
more or less. Rajat looks up at you and is like, "You know, you could try talking first. I would
Just
rather not be murdered. Murdering me means murdering 2 cities."
Hold for it. Was it supposed to be a wisdom or a dexterity? Because hold
Yeah, I
person's
said it's
wisdom.
reflavored.
Okay.
Alright, just slowly move out of the arms of that fucking asshole. Seriously, none of us are aligned with him. We don't know why
Well-
we let him stay right near us.
Rajat kind of twists.
He's good at hitting things.
And then moves away. You can see that he does indeed still have like some pipes attached to him that keep him near this pool.
Do you want some help with that stuff?
No, don't
Okay.
disconnect me all the way.
Alright.
I know what that bitch has done. And if you take me out of here, you kill the whole place.
Alright.
Wait.
So you're the river that comes out of the city and then goes to the town.
Yes.
When can I do the thing again? Or is that just permanent?
We're
No,
gonna
you
leave
could
you here.
you could do that like every 6 seconds. So yeah, it would
Alright.
probably be about turn now.
So dexterity?
DC.
Oh,
Yep.
Jesus.
It's beaten.
Okay,
Um,
wait, Rajat, you're keeping the two cities alive as the orb of water.
Yes. I
Okay.
volunteered to be implanted with it when I helped found the order.
Which order?
Probably not one you've heard of.
The
We've
leaf
heard of a few.
falls?
So you have heard of us.
Yeah.
The
Wait, which
grass
order was that?
will grow one day.
The children of the earth, man.
Children
It's
of
you
the
on
arbor.
freezes.
The children of the arbor. Yeah, me.
Would it be
hello.
obvious that use unfrozen or
Depends how much he wants to like play it off.
he's going to make it seem that he's still like completely in the throes of the spell.
Then I'm gonna need a deception roll from you. And the DC for that is probably going to be every individual's passive perception, unless they are
Right.
actively watching you.
I mean, Solas would be, but that wouldn't change much. Yeah, no, I can't be that.
Not even you's passive perception would be able to tell.
No, use passive perception could see that.
God
What
damn
a
it!
deceptive bitch.
Okay,
I
Honey,
say as the best liar.
Sonny, assuming that you is frozen, can you hear us? You might need catching up here. Okay, children of the something, well, there are three of you. Children of the something, trying to make world green again. If world green, more water.
More
What's up?
everything. Okay.
So
It does not budge,
him
does not
dying
react.
killed
It
two
appears he
cities.
is still in the throes of the spell.
Oh yeah, you are completely frozen right now. There is no doubt in Sonny's mind. He's just hoping you can hear him. He's hoping your ears being frozen don't stop you being able to hear things.
He is lying to you, you know.
Which one?
I felt my spell fail just now.
As soon as he
He
says
can't
that,
hear
Yu's
you. He
swinging
can't hear
his
Sonny.
sword at his head.
Fuck you. Okay. All right. Ollie's gonna.
Once again, Rajat waves his hand at you, and you disappears.
Oh.
And I think we'll leave it there for this week.
Oh, no
Gone.
saves.
Fucking gone.
Just get banished.
Possible.
I mean, to be
Wait,
fair,
you's
this
gonna
guy...
see what's her face.
Oh, nice.
What's whose
Have
face?
fun.
Ah,
Well,